I finally decided to take YouTube seriously this year. Turns out, YouTube has now announced that they are doubling the watch hour target for monetization. Talk about bad timing. Hi everyone, my name is iiqrah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On August 10th, 2026, YouTube announced that they are changing the eligibility criteria for applying for monetization. Right now, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to qualify. But from Feb 2027, you will still need 1,000 subscribers but 8,000 watch hours in the last 365 days or 20 million short views in the last 90 days. So, yes, the watch hour target is doubling. Currently, I have 1,104 subscribers and 1,165 qualifying watch hours. Reaching monetization has been my all-time goal since I started YouTube. I want to know what it feels like to make my first dollar through the content that I create. So when I first heard the news a few hours ago, I panicked. I thought it was extremely unfair, cruel, and frustrating. I only reached the subscriber requirement end of last year after slowly growing my channel. So when this announcement dropped, I felt like my monetization goal is even further away than ever before. But once the initial panic settled, I had to remind myself of one very important thing. The change begins 1st of Feb 2027, next year. Not today, not next month, not even end of this year. The 4,000 watch hour goal is still a route I can take until the end of Jan. And if I'm really honest, I love creating content. So even if the goal is 4,000 watch hours, 8,000 or 100,000 hours at some point, I don't think I will stop creating. I'm still gonna keep working towards monetization and to reach my goal of making my first dollar through YouTube. So it is time to lock in. And luckily, I'm not starting from scratch. Lately, I've been enjoying live streaming a lot. At this point, it has become second nature. I live stream a show I created called Habit Hour. It is an anti-brain rot ritual stream where I come live for 1.5 hours and try intentional habits rather than doom scrolling on Instagram or brain rotting. I have been so consistent with it that I even reached 69 episodes this week. But what I also realized this week is that enjoying live stream and building a YouTube channel are two separate things. Even though I have been consistent with Habit Hour, I have been treating my overall YouTube channel quite casually. My other uploads have been quite sporadic. I would get excited about an idea, make it, then disappear, return with a completely different idea, and just hope that YouTube algorithm understands my creative vision. But I had to swallow the painful truth that the YouTube algorithm does not know or care about the potential of me becoming a great creator. All it can actually track is if I'm posting consistently, people click on my videos, watch it, and come back. I don't want to change my personality to fit the algorithm, but what I really want to do is give content creation a real shot. I have to give it an honest attempt, not just upload when inspiration or my sleep schedule aligns with it. So here's the plan. I am committing to a 4-hour consistency sprint. Every Monday, I do a Habit Hour live stream. Every Wednesday, I do a YouTube Roulette live stream, basically a show where YouTube algorithm decides what I learn next. And on Friday, it's game day, where I live stream playing a game by myself or with a few of my friends. And from each live stream, I will then take snippets to post as shorts, reels, and TikToks on my other social media platform. I realize it is not a plan to make me famous by next Tuesday or reach monetization eligibility overnight, but it is a 4-week experiment to establish consistency and collect enough information to allow me to think what is working, what is not working, and what needs to change. Honestly, I created and committed this plan this week, a day before YouTube announced their new monetization eligibility. So my immediate panic response was to throw away this plan and start posting nonsense or just live stream 17 hours a day until I hit eligibility, or I even considered just quitting and deleting my channel altogether. Both extremes that were just not necessary. Thankfully, after pacing around and talking to myself for 10 minutes and having an honest talk, made me realize that those are just initial panic responses. I do not have to solve the 8,000 hour problem today. I am choosing to stick to my original 4-week consistency sprint experiment to see if I can stay consistent, collect data, and then decide my next steps. There is no point abandoning my strategy before I even give it a real shot. Bizarrely enough, I now feel like YouTube's announcement is the push that I needed to lock in. Having an actual deadline is exactly what was missing from my someday vague monetization goal. If you are in a similar position, I genuinely empathize with you. Seeing the watch hour double when you have been slowly working towards it is extremely discouraging. So I'm not gonna tell you to exhaust yourself and chase this new watch hour goal. But I also do not want another small creator to see this 8,000 watch hour goal and quit before even trying, especially when there are still quite a lot of months left before it comes to effect. My only suggestion would be give yourself time to panic, then get over the initial panic, look at your numbers, look at the time available in your routine, and then decide a few next steps that you will commit to. Let me know in the comments below how many subscribers and watch hours you have currently, and whether this announcement has changed what you do next. If you want to find out if I reach YouTube monetization before end of 2027, subscribe, and also tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I go live for my shows. Maybe I pull it off, maybe I don't, and this becomes a extremely well documented disaster. Either way, we shall find out. That is all for me for now. Okay, bye. Thank you, George, for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you, thank you.